Look what I brought with me. Good evening, because unlike some lucky boat builders, I have to work in the evenings after office hours. This strange thing that I brought with me is a quick mock-up, and it's pretty precise copy of engine, except for the height of course, but here are the engine mounts, the shaft, gearbox. This is made after Yanmar 3YM30AE. This is the engine I think I would like to install in this boat. So let's check if we have enough place for this beauty. So the model is in place and we are in trouble. As you see, the shaft nearly aligns, but not exactly. It's hard to see on the video, but the engine wants to come a bit to the port side, but it's already touching this wooden piece, which I can remove technically, but then this wall is also quite near, and here should be place for insulation, and it's really not enough space. The other thing is, even if I can remove this wall, move it to port, the other thing is that the bottom of the engine will touch the bottom of the boat. So I'm afraid Yanmar is out. The old engine Volvo Penta 2002, it pushed the boat not too bad on flat water, but with waves and wind against, it's not the best engine. I will check, maybe some other engine will fit better, maybe Soleil or Beta. On the boat again, today I'm sanding bilge on my boat again. I've been sanding the bilges now. I'm gonna show you. So this is the deepest part of the bilge. I was afraid of it. To sand it, I thought it would be extremely hard, but to be honest, it wasn't too bad. It's quite deep, but I can reach with my hand down there, and most of the loose paint, or all of the loose paint, has been scraped off. I used different tools. One very good tool is this cheap angle grinder. It's cheap, but it has variable speed, so this is very nice. You can just put it on low revs and it doesn't blow dust all around. One more tool which I used for the deep bilge is just a cordless drill with this long extension and a wire brush. I have different wire brushes to attach there. Just look at this stuff flying around. So romantic. I love my boat. No matter how hard times it gives me. Oh, and big news. We have rot. We a rotten bulkhead. It's only one corner and you can see these nuts. These are for lifeline stanchions, and probably water has entered from one of these. Now look at this stuff. This is the table stand, and someone has mounted it through the teak floor, and it's glassed into the hull, and this lamination is coming off in big chunks. I wasn't planning to film at all today because how much sanding can you guys and girls take? For me it's already too much. But I always find something interesting on the boat, so today is no different. So I've been sanding the bilge and look what I found. A whole lot of rotten plywood. It came from this little hole, and we have a nice teak floor on this boat, but unfortunately the plywood under the teak is also not so good anymore. It's loose, it's rotten. So when my first impression was that the cabin sole will stay in place, now my impression is that it has to come out. And of course, to get the cabin sole out, I have to remove this piece here, because the teak and plywood go under this. I have to remove this trim and the side trims of the door, and so on and so on. One thing leads to another, and I don't know, maybe I have to completely empty the boat. At the moment I still hope that maybe the bulkheads can stay in place. Would be nice. And one more nice surprise, in the bottom of this box it has been glassed over, and I just tore out this loose fiberglass. But I'm toying with the idea of removing this box and use this area for drip feed the diesel stove. Just an idea at the moment, but may become true. There are more and more things to remove. The boat is equipped with this propane heater, which I'm not gonna use. So, and there were convectors under the bunks, under the V bunk. You can see the slots behind these was the place where the convectors were on both sides, under the V berth and also under the main saloon settees. I'm sitting on the toilet of the boat because this is where the good ideas come, and I have some. So I got rid of the propane heater, which was here. Here is its outlet and inlet. And here you can see the pump out for holding tank. And the holding tank itself is placed under the V-berth. It's stainless, and it's not a bad idea to have a holding tank up there in the front, because most of the time it's empty, and it doesn't affect the handling of the boat so much as, say, if there was a water tank which is full. But I don't like the idea that I have to pump it out manually. It's another point of failure. I would like to have a gravity fed system like on my small shipment 28, which has holding tank up there just behind the toilet, and it's emptying by gravity. Just open the seacock and let it flow. So I think I will go the same way with this boat. Here is enough room, even if I use only half of this locker, to have about 50-liter capacity, and I think this is enough for me and my wife. Most time we will be cruising with the two of us on board. And one more point here. The toilet has its manual pump on this side, but I would like to move the toilet a bit more forward and put the pump on the other side. And this is because here is the mast base, and the mast is on the way to, so that you cannot sit on the toilet normally. So I think moving it 6-7 centimeters forward makes things much nicer. Let's move the shit out of the boat. It's pretty tight. It's a small step for a man, but good for me. The tank is not full. I flushed it before we arrived to our home marina. Now there's only some antifreeze in it. I had no idea how to end this episode, and I thought I'll just show you what's going on outside.